This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Rule. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news as another case of Ebola has been reported in the United States. Here in the Bahamas, the government has put a plan in place to safeguard the country against this deadly virus. Tonight, the nation's leader talks about the protocols in place at ports of entry here on Grand Bahama. Joan Davis-Roll has our top story.
A cross-sector of the Grand Bahama community turned out to witness the official groundbreaking ceremony for Statoil's South Riding Point new multi-million-dollar administration building. With the company being a storage facility with shipping lanes and linkages around the world, foremost on the mind of the nation's leader, the Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Perry Christie, is combating the threat of the deadly virus Ebola. The Prime Minister says focused attention has been given to Grand Bahama as the industrial capital of the Bahamas.
Because of the nature of the businesses here in Grand Bahama, that includes and involves the importation of oil from a country or countries in West Africa. Necessarily, we want to be seen to be partners with Statoil, as we would be with any of the shipping companies here in Grand Bahama. But a partnership that will involve a very close understanding on the part of the government that Statoil, being aware of the sensitivity, health sensitivities, and the possible fear of people, would help us to demonstrate beyond all reasonable doubt that we have put in place maximum safety provisions for the people of Grand Bahama and the people of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
The country's chief executive disclosed the new protocol set to go into effect.
The ordinary way of clearing boats with immigration and customs ought now to be supplemented by health officials. Health officials who are sensitized, prepared, and trained on this issue of how to protect the country with respect to Ebola. And so yesterday I indicated that I would expect companies like Statoil to know in advance where its ship is coming from, to know who is on the ship, to be able to share with the government the provisions we are making from the point of origin with respect to the ships, and even that being in place, that when the ship arrives here, the ship has to be cleared by the Ministry of Health before there is any contact with Bahamians officials.
The Prime Minister further challenged Statoil officials to join in the national Ebola effort to tackle any potential threat of the disease while making this announcement.
The task force has agreed to appoint Dr. Greg Bartlett, a former chief of staff, to be the person in command of the task force and its work here in Grand Bahama, and to ensure that all of the necessary time that is to be dedicated to this will be done by him.
Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
Well, rumors have circulated throughout the country via social media accusing a popular food store chain of selling spoiled meat. It has generated concern among some consumers. Our ZNS News team reached out to Vice President of Marketing and Communications at Advocacy Markets Limited, Renee Knowles in New Providence, who is adamantly denying those claims.
At Solomon's, we pride ourselves on the quality that we provide Bahamians. And the rumors actually started and were alleged against our Nassau location. And since then, we've had the Ministry of Health inspectors come in and investigate, and we have been given a clean bill of health, and everything is fine.
Now, the bogus report on social media also warned residents about purchasing meat from the leading store, adding that the freezer is not working and the store is trying to get rid of the bad meat. The VP of Marketing says Solomon's has an idea as to where those rumors may have started.
We actually think that it may have started with a disgruntled employee who may have been let go. Unfortunately, when people do things like that, of course, you question whether or not, the story is true, but I would just like to invite anybody out there who may have any doubt to come into the stores and they can see for themselves that the meat is fresh, that it's grade A quality, and there's nothing being discounted as the rumors alleged.
Now, she says the company has not seen a decline in meat sales from any of its stores as a result of the bogus reports on social media. In other news, a huge stash of ammunition retrieved by police in the Freeport area thanks to a concerned citizen. Police tell us that around 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, an anonymous caller contacted police, and as a result, officers of the Central Detective Unit went to an area on Clive Avenue where they found a white box. Reports say in that box were 245.40 rounds of ammunition, 145.45 rounds of ammunition, 150.380 rounds of ammunition, and 140.9 millimeter rounds of ammunition. Now, Grand Bahama Police would like to thank members of the general public for their assistance in ridding the streets of illegal firearm and ammunition. And the issue of rape crimes continues to grip headlines in the country. While there is some dispute as to whether sex-related crimes are on the increase, the authorities admit that one case is one too many. Human rights advocate Joseph Darville calls it a societal problem that is constantly being ignored. He believes sex offenders should be given a minimum of sentence of 15 years, especially as it relates to children.
It is absolutely heart-wrenching whenever we hear of anyone being raped, any woman being raped. When it comes to the rape of children, it is absolutely unbearable. It should be in the minds and the hearts of any citizen of this country. We're supposed to be a loving Christian country. When someone can rape a child, 6 years old, and as a result of the rape, that child's womb has to be removed, and the individual serving a very minimal sentence and being back in society, it is sending a diabolical message that it is okay to rape children.
Now, Darville says he blames the state and the church for the current challenges. He believes that the standard set in this country allows females to be treated as second-class citizens.
There's no doubt in my mind but that the rape rate in this country is increasing, in spite of what the Commissioner of Police has said. Many, many rapes are never reported, particularly rapes of incest, because it is too difficult for a child, particularly a young woman, to go public and blame someone from their own household.
Now, the human rights advocate is calling upon the civil society, the state, and the church to come together to come up with a method to effectively address this issue. Switching gears now, the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation offering a new program which aims to educate Bahamians on organic farming. Tonight, the trainer of the program demonstrates the power of the miracle fruit. This is one story diabetics in particular should pay attention to.
The Bahamas Agricultural Industrial Corporation is excited about rolling out its new organic farming program. Trainer Luckner Timothy says every Bahamian should know the importance of farming and farming properly.
I think they should sign up for it just to learn more about organic gardening in the Bahamas and how it's possible, because a lot of people have been thinking so far that farming in the Bahamas is one of the most difficult things because we have too much limestone and I think the amounts of excuses that we use. But we're trying to teach people how it's possible and the stuff that we can actually grow in the Bahamas.
Timothy says Bahamians will not just be educated on farming, but will learn about many plants as well. The Minister for Grand Bahama and Chairman of BAIC were stunned during one of his demonstrations. They were first asked to squeeze a lemon in their mouth, then taste the miracle fruit, and after that, taste the lime again. The miracle fruit, they say, miraculously turned the sour taste to extremely sweet.
I am still in shock. As a matter of fact, I can still taste the sweetness from the fruit in my mouth. I believe that that is a very important fruit. I think if everyone who is a diabetic has that in the house, they would never touch sugar again. So it's a miracle.
I've learned that we can buy it locally here on Grand Bahama. I wouldn't say from where, but I intend to get mine as a physician. I find it to be very unique because the actual fruit from the plant tricks the taste bud to believe that things are sweet. So I already see a way where we can utilize this fruit for patients who suffer from diabetes, who have this desire to eat something sweet. They can pop one of these miracle fruits in their mouth.
The chairman of BAIC says information like this will be available during BAIC's organic farm training.
There's a lot of stuff that you can learn. This is amateur compared to some of the stuff that we actually do. And there's a lot of backyard farmers that have a lot of stuff in their backyard, and we showcase it to people, and they're willfully surprised.
Once you've tasted product that comes by your hand from your yard, you will continue to grow. And that's why we want them to be successful, because we want to encourage them to move forward and continue to farm and tell their neighbors about farming, tell their children about farming. And that's why it's important that this project is successful from the start.
And the good news is the Minister for Grand Bahama, who is also a doctor by profession, says this miracle fruit should be helpful for diabetics.
The tree cannot survive in acidic soil. And we have limestone, so I believe the tree must be grown by pots or in a bed. And so I encourage particularly those patients, diabetic patients, who are looking for an opportunity to find a fruit that is apparently safe and at the same time can take things and give you that sweet taste, even though it's just tricking the taste buds.
Now, the organic farming classes are for 1 hour a week. For more information on these classes or the miracle fruit, you can contact your local BAIC office. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.
Bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Top executives of BTC and Cable and Wireless on Grand Bahama to announce major upgrades that will enhance the variety of services offered to customers throughout the Bahamas. One of those upgrades, BTC TV. Megan Shepard has the story.
Top executives announcing the introduction of BTC TV to the country. CEO of Cable and Wireless, Phil Bentley, says they are expected to launch TV services to 11 markets within the next 12 months. Bentley says the cooperation has realized that customers are increasingly buying packages, which include broadband, fixed line, and TV together. He says BTC is ready to bring competition to this market.
And we in BTC want to be able to offer a TV product. Across the region, we will be launching TV in 11 markets over the next 12 months, and we are trialling already a TV product pilot here in the Bahamas, and we want that to be a success and add value to the package of services that BTC offers our customers.
Cable and Wireless is already offering TV services in St. Lucia, Panama, Cayman Islands, and Barbados. He says this is revolutionary TV, and this top quality product will be introduced to the Bahamas in a few short months.
The whole idea of you find out what's been broadcast at 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock, and it doesn't work like that anymore. You watch when you want to watch at the time that suits you on a device that suits you. So you can either download it and put it on a mobile phone, download it and put it on an iPad and take it with you. So TV is changing in how the product is consumed, and it's not what people call linear anymore, i.e. just watch when it's broadcast, but it's multi-channel, and it suits customers for what they want to watch when they want to watch it, and that's what IPTV is all about.
The company is now beta testing the product within the Bahamas, and BTC CEO Leon Williams says a full introduction could be expected by early 2015.
From the Bahamas at large, we will be beta testing IPTV between now and Christmas for a January, February launch within this fiscal. We'll start in Andros, Cat Island, and I promised the people last week in Long Island that we'll be doing, I think it'd be Matthew Town in Nagua Jerome. And so TV is on the drawing board. We'll have BTC TV here and give you an alternative for the cable that you presently have. Included in that, as Phil would have mentioned, the regular television is not linear TV, but we also ingest ZNS and the parliamentary channels. The Bahamian local content would be also ingested into it and streamed on your. So you would be able to have the choice packages, and you'll be able to bundle those with your mobile along with your fixed line network.
Cable and Wireless Line and the BTC say they are looking forward to and are ready for the competition as they endeavor to bring an alternative to the entire Bahamian population. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Well, he is one of the most respected leaders in the evangelical circle in America. Dr. Tony Evans, pastor, speaker, author, and widely syndicated radio and television broadcaster, is on Grand Bahama for a series of speaking engagements. Dr. Evans is known for his innate ability to connect biblical principles to everyday living to transform lives. This morning, he met with teachers on Grand Bahama to discuss his views on youth development.
We're competing now. We're competing for the attention of kids in a way that the competition did not exist years gone by. Social media has changed the whole template of communication, and because social media is so instantaneous, and yet parental involvement is sort of progressive, there needs to be an accelerated emphasis on influencing children. And I think the church is the best institution for a number of reasons. We'll go into that today to do that.
Now, Deputy Director of Education Sandra Edgecombe and host Pastor Wilbur Outen say this event will help to better the nation's youth.
This is a win-win situation. We could either choose to complain about the problems, be frustrated and overwhelmed by it, or we can do what we're doing today in the hope of addressing many of the concerns. Because even though we're not at the same places perhaps in American schools, we're getting there. We are better together. And all of us are aware of some of the social challenges that we have in our community. That's reflected also in our schools. And if we are going to see a change for the better, then we believe church and school and other components in our community must pull together and strategize together so that we can see things moving in a more positive direction.
Stay with us. Ricardo Liborn has a check on sports when we return.
Everybody, and welcome to Sports of Ricardo Live. And this one goes out to Ann Roll at Freeport Primary and also Carolyn Wright. Here we go. We start off with First Baptist. Their Olympics is underway. They're having a good time over there. And guess what? It's a blast so far. Let's see why this thing is going as it is. The First Baptist Church Olympics is underway, and it started with volleyball. In the junior division, it was exciting as Solomon House took the junior title, and that comes with some trash talking. Coordinator Oriole Knowles said the competition was stiff and from the first serve.
Three houses, Solomon, David, and Gideon. So we compete against each other for bragging rights. So we have the juniors on court right now, the little kids, trying to give their houses some points for bragging rights.
Gideon House won the senior division, and the aim is to ensure that the young and not so young participate.
It's good for the spiritual side, for the young folks. We get them into the church because of sports, and once we get them in, you know, what pastors say, you bring them and we'll clean them up, you know, so it's been working for us. So we intend to, you know, have a lot of sporting events so that we can bring the youngsters into church, because you know they wander off on Sundays to try and get something to do. But if we say you come, you play. You don't come, you don't play. So it's good for the sport.
Gideon House won the junior basketball title. David took the senior title. The Olympic Games will continue on Saturday with track and field at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex. And the Canyon Ice Cross Country Meet is tomorrow. The second one, that is in honor of the late Coach Errol Bodie and Angela Roll. It's a 7 a.m. starting time and finish at the Ruby Golf Course. It's individuals, schools, groups, companies, lots of trophies and medals to be given to the top runners. Coach Frederick Bastian and Canyon Knights Track Club, they want all of you guys to come out and run and walk tomorrow.
Any entries of anything will be done that morning about 6:20 a.m. in the morning. We asking parents to bring as much kids as possible because we have a lot of medals and trophies to give out again. We have the different age groups, under 7, under 9, under 11, under 13 primary school and under 13 junior school, under 15 boys and girls, under 17 boys and girls, under 20 boys and girls. And we have the open, and also we have trophies here also too for walkers.
And Coach Bastian also thanked Donald Archer and the Haka Group for allowing them to make their race possible tomorrow on the golf course. The Vocal Junior Tennis Tournament is at the Lucaya Bath and Racket Club. Players got in some work before the action start. Coffee, Ryan, and had a good time as well with Tournament Director Godfrey Bowe, who says simply some hot shots are going to play starting today.
Aisha Shepard, Gabriella Donaldson, Sierra Donaldson, Emma Weish, Moya Weish, Jacoby Bain, Dante Ambrister, Kofi Bowe, Ryan Fox, all the top players, top juniors.
Well, some third-day matches will be on court for you tomorrow. Guys like Malik Russell, also Jack Gape in the 14, Afrika Smith, Denisha Gibson, Brent Moss, Ariel Donaldson in the boys division. Well, I had a chance to take a peek at what Ryan and Coffee is saying, and they're ready to play.
It's a pleasure to be here. My coach is Sandy, and he brought me this far, and I think I'll proceed in this tournament very well.
I'm really looking forward to playing in this tournament. With all the players come from Nassau, I mean, I'm ready to play against them and just try my best.
And the tournament is sanctioned by the Bahamas Lawn Tennis Association. Well, folks, ZNS Northern Service Challenge is heating up. No fried chicken for Sheena. No pizza going to be going for Judith. And the pounds are falling off. Right, Megan?
Disappointing weigh-in last week, Coach Rob Harris decided it was time to up the challenge, and he issued even higher goals for week 3.
Angelo, the goal for you this week, 4 pounds. You're going to drop 4 pounds this week. Warren, your goal is to drop 5 pounds. Megan, your goal is to drop 4 pounds. Shashina, your goal is to drop 6 pounds. C, your goal is to drop 3 pounds. All right, and Judith, say the best for last. Your goal this week, 5 pounds.
Now exactly how are we supposed to attain these goals? By upping the workout. Dawkins on Team Rob says she's already feeling better and seeing results.
I am enjoying it. I'm working out. I'm getting stronger. You know, I feel good. That's my goal, to feel good. Lose a few pounds in the process and feel good.
Now on Team Kyle is Carnetta McKenzie, whose goal was to attain that Coca-Cola figure. But it seems as though Carnetta was caught cheating during the challenge, a claim she adamantly denies.
What's the most difficult coach?
Why you put me on the spot like that?
Coach Rob or Kyle?
No, all of them are great. Nobody's hard, man. They're just okay.
Found you drinking gully wash the other day.
That was just a rumor.
Angelo Healy Kyle on Team Rob putting in the hard work as he aims to put on some muscle, but Coach Rob hit him with some shocking news.
It's been going pretty good. Came in there feeling pretty good about myself until Coach Rob ripped me a new one.
How did he rip you a new one?
Called me a fat guy.
So you didn't think you were fat?
No. Not at all.
So why did he say you were fat?
Said it told me.
Team Kyle still in the lead going into week 3, and he has 2 very cocky participants, Warren Saunders and myself, seeing the results in week 2, and we have no plans on slowing down.
Kind of difficult trying to keep up with this diet, you know. Every time I go in the food store, I see one little biscuit or potato chip, I want to just goggle into it, but you know, but so far, good. My body feels good. Every time I wake up, I'm energetic. I can go through the day properly. You know, I drop a couple pounds, I feel good. I'm not where I'm supposed to be, but I'm getting there. So you guys better watch out, because Team Kyle is on the way.
It's getting better. I cheated on my diet a little bit the first week, got it together the second week, but I still managed to lose my pounds, meet my goal, exceed my goal. Team Kyle in the building. The lines have been drawn in the sand. 3 weeks down and 5 more to go. Are you on Team Rob or Team Kyle? Megan Shepard, 7S Total Sports.
All right, 6 pounds for Sheena. Carnetta in trouble. Megan, anyhow, at least we ain't got to worry we flying cargo no more. We in economy. That's a look at sports.